Hi, love. Welcome to Gaia Sanctuary 1111 and the Listening Bridge. My name is Nisa, and today I'm introducing something I've spent years developing through lived experience, trauma recovery, spiritual observation, and deep reflection. This is the Shadow Archetype System, an original framework created through the ministry of Gaia Sanctuary 1111 to help you understand the patterns you developed when the world didn't give you the emotional safety you needed. This is the foundation of our entire series. Before we begin, I want to tell you what a shadow archetype actually is. A shadow archetype is a survival role, a pattern your mind, body, and nervous system stepped into when you didn't have consistent emotional support, healthy modeling, or safety growing up. These archetypes aren't personality types, they aren't diagnoses, and they aren't flaws. They're adaptive identities. They formed to protect you. Your body didn't fail you. Your mind didn't betray you, and your emotions didn't overreact. You adapted to what you were given, and your archetype is the shape that adaptation took. I created this system because I noticed a lot of people think they're broken. They think their anxiety means something is wrong, or their overthinking is a flaw. They think their shutdowns are weakness, or their hypervigilance is paranoia, their dissociation is malfunction, or they think their emotional sensitivity is immaturity. They think their people pleasing is shameful. But these are all protective responses. Your nervous system did exactly what it needed to do to help you survive the environment you were in. And when you understand that, you stop fighting yourself. You stop blaming yourself. You stop chasing fixes, and you stop thinking you're defective. You finally understand the truth that there was never anything wrong with you. Something happened to you, and your body responded and adapted beautifully. This system exists so you can see yourself with clarity and compassion instead of shame. Therapy and diagnoses can be incredibly helpful. Medication can be life-saving for many people. But diagnosis tells you what you're experiencing. It doesn't tell you why. Why is what brings healing. When you only have the labels like anxiety, depression, avoidance, dissociation, you don't understand the origin. When you understand the archetype behind those patterns, everything clicks. You're not broken, you're not malfunctioning, and you're not weak. You're adapted, you're intelligent, you're responsive. You survived. And now you're here to reclaim what those patterns protected. This system was born from my own journey, a journey through trauma, shadow work, spiritual healing, and raising children who are navigating emotionally complex environments. I built it because I needed language for experiences I didn't understand. I needed a map. I needed a framework. I needed clarity. And I saw these same patterns in others. People who are hurting, people who are surviving, people who are self-blaming, people who have no idea why they feel the way they do. This system is the bridge I wish existed years ago. It's here to give you understanding, dignity, self recognition, structure, hope, a path home. This is why I'm recording this series. This is why this ministry exists. This is why the archetypes matter. I want to take a moment and clearly say what this series is for and what it's not. This series is not about fixing yourself. It's not about reliving trauma, blaming caregivers, or forcing growth. It's not for shaming parents, pathologizing children, or turning survival into identity. In other words, it's not meant to create a home in pain and decorate it with victimhood. What this series is for is awareness without overwhelm, understanding without self-attack. It's for nervous system informed reflection and restoring dignity to the parts of you that adapted. The goal is not to eliminate the shadow. The goal is to understand it well enough that it no longer has to stand alone. This work is about understanding what formed, so it no longer has to define who you are. But know you will never be asked to dig where your body isn't ready to go. We'll begin the series with primary shadow archetypes, the root patterns that often form in childhood or early life. Later, we'll explore secondary or adaptive shadows, the behaviors and strategies that grew from those roots. We start with the roots because that's where safety is restored. There are 8 shadow archetypes: the unheld child, the body that remembers, the attachment guardian, the survival child, the hidden self, the lost self, the hypervigilant guardian, and the healed one, your integrated form. Each archetype holds a psychological root, a nervous system state, emotional patterns, survival responses, spiritual meaning, hidden gifts, and a light form, the version of you that emerges when healing begins. This series will explore each one in depth so you can find yourself in the story and find your way back out. I just want to take a moment to say this clearly. This is an original framework. It's trauma informed, it's spiritually grounded, it's psychologically accurate. It's designed for clarity, compassion, and healing. It's not a rewrite of Jung. It's not pop psychology. It's not fantasy, and it's not entertainment. It's a bridge between the clinical and the spiritual, between the nervous system and the soul, between the shadow and the light. It helps you understand yourself not through pathology, but through pattern, purpose, and meaning. Here's my deepest truth. You deserve to understand why you became who you are. You deserve self-compassion. You deserve clarity. You deserve to feel proud of the ways you survived. You deserve to reclaim the parts of you that went underground. And you deserve a perspective that brings dignity to your story. You deserve to come home to yourself. This system is one way to support that journey. Over the next several weeks, we will explore each archetype in depth: the psychology, the trauma origin, the nervous system science, the symptoms, the magical identity, the shadow to light transformation, and the healing path. If you've ever felt unseen or misunderstood, this series is for you. Please subscribe if you want to follow along. This teaching is part of the Shadow Archetype System, created by Gaia Sanctuary 1111 and the Listening Bridge. If this resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe so this message can reach the people who need it most. I'm honored you're here. Let's walk this path together. Honor well, my love.